You know, it's a really tough thing to admit, but sometimes the reason people treat us badly is, well, because we let them. I know I did. There are these five specific kinds of disrespect that just slowly, quietly eat away at your soul. And a lot of us, we just put up with them without even realizing it. So in this explainer, we're going to break down exactly what they are and, more importantly, how to stop them for good. I remember this one relationship where I just felt disrespected all the time. Little lies, constant digs disguised as jokes, just this overall feeling of being small. And for the longest time, I just took it. I told myself, this is what good people do. You turn the other cheek, you forgive. Man, was I wrong. And then something just clicked. I started setting some hard rules. I pinpointed 5 specific behaviors that I was just done with. And the change? It was like night and day. Seriously, I went from feeling drained and miserable to feeling strong and in control. The whole vibe of my life shifted. And suddenly, I was surrounded by people who actually respected me. So what are these 5 types of disrespect? Here's the game plan. First, we'll look at the sneaky, subtle ones. Then, we'll get into the ones that cost you big time. We'll also cover the one line in the sand you should never, ever let anyone cross. And finally, we'll talk about how to get on the path to real, genuine respect. Okay, let's get one thing straight right away. Being kind does not mean being weak. Setting rules for how people treat you isn't about being mean or difficult. It's about respecting yourself. You can be the most loving, generous person in the world and still demand to be treated well. They're not opposites. They're actually 2 sides of the same healthy coin. All right, so let's start with the trickiest kind of disrespect. The ones that are experts at camouflage. They're the ones hiding in plain sight. It's that backhanded compliment or the insult that's quickly followed by, "I'm just kidding." These are the little paper cuts that can do some serious damage over time. Oh man, I bet you've heard these before, right? Someone says something that stings, and the second you react, you're hit with one of these. You're too sensitive. It was just a joke. It's a classic move, and it's designed to make you question your own reality, to make you feel like you're the crazy one. There's actually a perfect word for these phrases: poison words. It's exactly what they do. They slowly poison your confidence. The whole point is to make you think you're the problem. It's a way for them to feel big by making you feel small. So, what's the rule here? It's incredibly simple, but man, it is powerful. If someone consistently makes you feel bad for just being you, they don't get a front row seat in your life. It's really that straightforward. You deserve to be around people who lift you up. Let's talk about lying. It's another one of these subtle but deadly forms of disrespect. Think about it. A lie basically says, "I don't respect you enough to give you the truth." It says you're not important enough. And if you just let it slide, you're silently agreeing with them. You're saying, "Yeah, you're right, I don't matter." So what's the move? The second you catch a lie, you have to say something. Not with anger, just calmly and clearly. Something as simple as, "Hey, I know that's not what actually happened." A person who actually respects you will probably be horrified they got caught and will try to fix it. A person who doesn't, well, they'll show their true colors real fast. Okay, so we've covered the sneaky stuff. Now let's talk about the kinds of disrespect that come with a very real price tag. We're talking about your time and your energy. 2 things you can never, ever get back. Just think about that for a second. This one hits me hard because I used to be that person. I'd wait an hour for a friend who was always running late. But then I realized when someone constantly wastes your time, what they're really saying is that their time is more important than yours. And that's just not okay. So here's a good rule of thumb. The first time it happens, say something. Let them know your time is valuable. But if it happens again, if it becomes a pattern, that's it. You have to be willing to walk away. Your time is your most valuable asset. Spend it on people who deserve it. And then there's your energy. This chart basically sums up what a one-way relationship feels like, doesn't it? You're pouring everything you've got into the tank, and they're putting in just enough to keep you around. These relationships are emotional black holes, and they will leave you feeling completely empty. If you think you might be in one of these draining relationships, here's a little experiment you can try. Just stop. For a little while, stop being the one to reach out, to make the plans, to give the support, and then see what happens. If they just vanish from your life, well, then you have your answer. They were never really there in the first place. All right, now we get to the big one. This is the ultimate red line. This is probably the most dangerous and damaging form of disrespect there is. When someone knowingly, repeatedly ignores the boundaries you've set. I want you to really let this sink in.
A boundary without a consequence is just a wish. It's a suggestion. If you tell someone, do not do this, and they do it anyway, and nothing happens, you haven't set a boundary. You've just expressed a preference they're free to ignore. So how do you actually enforce a boundary? It's a simple 3-step process. First, you state it clearly. No ambiguity. Second, the first time they cross it, you give them one firm warning. You say, if this happens again, here is the consequence. And third, and this is the hardest part, if they cross it again, you follow through. You walk away. No excuses, no more chances. So what's the end goal of all this? It's not about winning fights or being confrontational. It's about building a life where you are surrounded by people who genuinely respect you. And that whole journey, that entire path, it starts with you. It starts with you respecting yourself enough to say no more. I want you to remember this. Write it down if you have to. Your peace matters more than their feelings. You do not need anyone's permission to protect your own well-being. If someone's behavior is costing you your peace of mind, you have every right to remove them from your life. Period. This right here, this was a life-changing realization for me. When you start setting boundaries, you find out very quickly who's really on your team. The people who genuinely love you will respect your rules, even if they don't fully understand them. The people who don't, they'll push back, they'll fight you on it, and that tells you everything you need to know. So I'll leave you with this question to think about. Who in your life is fighting your rules? Who pushes back when you try to protect yourself? Answering that question honestly could be the very first step toward building a life filled with the respect you absolutely deserve.